Hello and welcome to the Portent Kast. You guys are watching episode 17 of Call of the Dawn. We're an all non-binary and female Dungeons & Dragons actual play show, and pure chaos is happening right before introductions. So, Carolee, what's up?
Hi, I'm Carolee and I play 47.
And next is Cheyenne.
Oh yeah, that's me. I play Melee.
And Kristen.
Yeah, that's also me. I play Fern.
And next to Kristen is Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Lindsay and I play Annie.
And finally, Star.
Jesus Christ. Hi, I'm Star and I play Rhea.
Another chaotic episode of the Portent Kast. Escaping the wrath of the Lucian Lock Witch, Rhea made a deal to take Annie's curse so that she could see her brother again at the expense of her already made deal with the goddess of fire and destruction, Zedalia. Upon the realization that Rhea had struck a deal, Annie told us a bit more about her past as well as professing her love for Rhea. The group made their way to Yathasari to await Arnmir's arrival to help with Trip's resurrection. And while there, you realize during your time in your shared illusion in the Hag's domain, you lost 5 months of your lives. After glazing over that real quick, you each went to the shopping districts and spent time with yourselves and also searching for some answers. We left off last week with Annie being introduced to Rhea's mom a mere 3 days after professing her love. And then Rhea trauma dumping everything that's occurred in the past 40 years. When they then learned the mage that helped the group in Diacre Runis appears he wasn't who he said he was. So, Annie and Rhea, upon learning that all of the mages in the fire at the Mage Tower in Diacre had died, what do you guys do?
I mean, what can we do at this point? Like, your mom's going to talk to the council.
All three of you are still in the den after she has explained that all of the mages has died.
Could you possibly ask around and see if anyone knows other Runis, whether he's good or bad? I'm thinking maybe it might have been one of the bad guys who like disguise themselves.
I could definitely go ask around. I personally have never heard of a mage named Runis. Do you have his last name or anything? Or who he said he was or where he was from?
He said he was one of the high mages, and he seemed pretty knowledgeable because he was saying that there was when the explosion happened, we found Rhea and 47 found a lot of runes and stuff, right? And there was a box, I think, that was supposed to not be able to be penetrable, and I think that's what the crystal was in. But he knew about all of that, unless he was the one who took it.
Well, then why would he send us after it? Unless he was the ghost of one of the people who died, and only we could see him. Which is honestly probably not accurate.
I feel like that's not it. I feel like we're missing something here.
Yeah. But he was able to cast a spell on 47. Oh, 47 is our baby. So
you have a child with you?
What? No, 47's just
a Warforged, but they were only made they're technically a baby because they were only made so long ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, maybe 3 now.
Something like that.
Yeah, they're baby.
And they throw tantrums too.
That sounds like a child, yes. said this Runus knew of things that were going on.
Hmm. They sent us after the gem. They knew who attacked it, or I don't know if he knew who attacked it, or did we tell him?
Say who attacked it, but like when Mealy and 47, well, when 47 said that they were looking for a hat, and then Mealy said that they were actually looking for a cane, he deduced that they were actually looking for the Twilight Reaver because they mentioned something about it being like a family heirloom, except it wasn't actually a family heirloom. And I still don't really know how he made those connections, but he did.
And you said the Ire now has the Twilight Reaver?
Yeah, I think so, because I think, well, I know that they have the gem for sure, because that's what that hag was corrupting for the Ire. Was the Twilight Reaver attached to it? I can't remember. I threw up a wall of fire as soon as I finally got back to my friends while they were fighting the Ire and the hag, so I don't really know.
Yeah, the Ire didn't have the Twilight Reaver, but the Ire knew who had it last, according to Mealy and 47, because that's what they were sent out to do. So the Ire knows who has it, but if we've been stuck there for months, then I don't know.
Then maybe this Runus person sent you into a trap?
It's very possible.
Why would he do that? Unless if he works for the Ire and the Ire needs something from us. But what does the Ire need from us?
The distraction? I don't know. I'm not good at riddles.
What if this person, if they did send you into a trap, they'd most likely work for the Ire. And you lost time?
Well, we lost time in the hag's thing, whatever it was.
And they sent you to the hag, did they not?
They did.
Yeah,
They sent
I
us to
guess.
the hag. We lost time.
I mean, Runa said that the hag was going to be at the Lucian Lock, and that's probably where the stone thingy was going to be corrupted. And
So maybe this Runus person sent you there knowing you'd lose time, so that your group couldn't fight back against the Ire and her minions.
maybe. I don't know.
I don't
You
like
said
this.
you made enemies of her. Why would she not try to distract you?
Oh god, she must have heard about the solution.
I mean, she couldn't have. Well, I mean, I guess if Runus was her friend.
We weren't exactly quiet. I did say it very loudly in the middle of an inn the day I thought about it.
I thought I was the one that brought that up to you guys.
And we were talking about it beforehand.
Oh.
And then I pretended that Mealy had thought of it because I was being mean.
I really wouldn't think of that.
We loudly proclaimed that we were going to kill the Ire. And then we got sent into a trap. I'm
Why
frozen.
would you?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, and to be fair, we were also chasing those random people who were following us. We went down into a cave.
Annie
There were
pauses
people
for a second,
following you?
Annie pauses and she's looking at Ray and she's like,
Can we tell your mom all of this, or is this even safe?
Honestly, I think the worst that's going to come out of this is I'm going to get a really stern talking to after this. I might get grounded, but I don't know if she can still talk to me.
Grounding's not very good.
You're an adult, Rhea.
Oh,
You make
okay,
your
I'm an
own
adult.
decisions. I don't want you to get in trouble and find yourself dead because of her plans.
Well, Mom, I'm not gonna lie.
Group's for.
Huh? What'd you say?
What'd you say?
I said that's what the group's for.
Yeah, the whole group where none of us have died.
Shh, you're not supposed to tell her about that.
I could see it all over your face, Annie.
Yeah, well. Okay, so we're carrying around one of our dead companions, but you know.
Oh
Okay,
my
that
God.
she didn't need to know.
pretend I didn't hear that and hope that you have some sort of resurrection magic to help your friend, or that you bury them soon.
Well,
We're working on it. We have
Millie's sister. We're gonna resurrect her, so it'll all be fine.
someone
You
from.
have 2 dead friends that you're carrying around.
To be fair, we only know one of them. The other one we haven't really met.
Yeah, what? Technically, one dead friend and a dead. What?
Mealy's sister, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the Assyrian Council while you gather your friends so I can house you in a safe place. Please.
Yeah, we should probably go find them, because, I mean, we don't know what Fern's gonna be up to.
Oh
Yeah.
god, maybe I don't want these people here.
I promise they won't do anything bad to where you live, Mom.
If they do, you'll pay for it, don't worry.
Yeah, that's true. Alright,
I'm going to go talk to Lady Phelan and the rest of the council while you do whatever you've been doing for the past 40 years.
It was nice meeting you, Raz Mom.
Nice meeting you, Annie, dear. She, just, turns around and kind of, calms herself for a minute before heading out, of the house and leaving you 2 alone.
Amy looks at Rhea. I think that went well.
better than I expected.
Well, that's good.
Honestly. Oh, God.
We should probably find the rest of them.
Yeah, did you leave a pie in the oven?
It
Why
smells like
forget-
it. It smells good.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna
Okay.
do that. And then I'm also, before we do anything else, I'm gonna be like, okay, Annie, come with me to my room real quick. And I'm gonna go upstairs to my bedroom, my childhood bedroom.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm gonna no, I'm gonna leave you downstairs and be like, okay, I'll be right back. And then I'm gonna go upstairs to my childhood bedroom.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna be like, I'll be right back, eat some pie if you want it. And then go down, and I'm going to go very similarly like I did when we were trapped in the illusion.
Okay.
Into the room, see the door that has the big L on it, and just gonna sigh and turn away to the one that has the big R on it, and then open it and go underneath the floorboard, and pull out a satchel. And then while I'm in there, I think I'm gonna take a breath to kind of look around at my old room that's not haunted. Previous version I saw, and I'm gonna stop for a second at the mirror, and I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself in front of the mirror to make myself look like how I saw Lucian look last, so that I can
Okay.
look at his face, and just kind of stare into the mirror for a little bit and sigh. And also kind of touch his hair, be like, wow, he really got a haircut, didn't he? Or no, it's really long now. Why is it so long? Oh my god. Gonna find you. Okay. And then I'm gonna turn back to myself and be like, okay.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go find everybody else.
Okay. And you and Annie go and try to find everybody else, and we will move on over. 47 is currently being worked on. Powered down, you could say, is being worked upon. And Mealy is off to find what?
Mealy is off to find Fern because she's honestly worried about her weapon. She doesn't
Okay.
want somebody to take it back from her.
Okay.
She's low-key kind of worried that Fern's gonna actually give it back.
Yeah. Are you doing anything magic-wise to help yourself find Fern? Because this is a big capital city, and you have no idea where he went.
No, actually, because, I think, if anything, she'll try to locate object, because I think there's that, the symbol of Allura. Did we give one to everyone?
Yeah, you gave one to everyone. You also know that Fern wears that card necklace as well, that you've
Okay.
identified him with before.
So I'll probably locate object, and start heading that way, but when I see it's the shady area, just kind of look around as I'm
Okay.
walking through.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, and then that's +7. So you kind of look around. Is there anything you're particularly looking for, or?
Someone who can tell me more about my mother, or I think could tell me more about my mother.
Okay. I mean, you see a multitude of different shady figures. It's getting towards like dusk. People are out and about, strolling around. But this is the quote unquote shady part of town that you were in, where you got the first information about the Ire.
I guess she'll go up to someone that looks like she can either run quickly from, or, you know, like take on or something.
Okay.
And just ask them about either, trying to think what to ask, because I don't want to say someone that looks like moi. You know, that's like big red flag.
Okay.
I guess she'll bite the bullet and ask if does anyone know, like, the description of the Ire or what have you, because she wasn't fully sure.
Okay. Do you want to ask specifically the Ire or the name that you were given by your father, who your mother's name was?
Yeah, actually, because I forgot the name of it. I'd have to look at the Google Doc.
I
You
think
too,
it's
huh?
in my Google Doc. Yeah.
Rasha Operia.
Yes. So, you go up to just a person that you deem that you can easily either run away from or take in a fight. And you walk up to them and ask about a woman named Rasha Aperio. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
That's a 5. That's a good solid 5.
5. So, you kind of, as you look up, I don't know anyone by that name. Is there anything more I can help you with? Like, what do they look like? Maybe I can help you find them then.
Not really sure. Thanks anyway. And then she'll go up to somebody else that she knows she probably can't trust and just ask anyway. Hope for the
Okay.
best.
Roll another persuasion check.
Yeah, she'll just kind of ask as she's heading closer to Fern. That is a 9.
I didn't want to be involved. Thank you, and just walks away.
How rude. And she'll try this all the way until she reaches, like, even when she gets to the place that Fern is, she probably asked
Okay.
at least 1 or 2 people inside.
Yeah, you continue forth, asking people about Rasha Operia, and you never get a straight answer from anyone. They either, act scared when you say that name, have no clue what you're talking about, or just would prefer not to be speaking with you. Okay. Yeah, you eventually find yourself in front of a small shop. Can't really, it doesn't really have like a big sign on it that says the name, but it does say tattoos on the door. And you open up the door and you see Fern is there. Fern, make me a Constitution saving throw just to see how well you're taking the pain. So I can describe this real quick. You see Fern's there, kind of holding out, is it on your right or your left arm? That's not gonna help me, you're opposite from where I am.
Just trying to think. I think.
Because he has the...
Right.
Okay, yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, left. Sure. Go left.
I mean, he has the other tattoo on his left
Yeah.
arm, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean.
Just balancing out the tattoos.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
Okay. You see, Fern's there holding out his right arm, and you see that there is, a half-orc, man who is kind of just sitting there with, a needle and has a little kind of, almost like a funnel with ink in it that he's kind of just tapping into Fern's skin. And Fern's there. He's like, kind of like gritting his teeth, but he's taking the pain pretty well. And Fern, you see Mealy walk in. just as the door rings.
He's just gonna kind of grit his teeth and kind of wave.
Don't move too much. I'll ruin it.
Bad, my bad. What are you doing here?
You walk into the tattoo parlor and Fern asks what you're doing there.
Just looking for you, really. 47's, getting worked on.
Cool.
I actually think I'll ask you as well, sir. The one giving the tattoo. Assuming that Mealy knows what a tattoo even is, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's read at least something. And she goes up and, just sort of stands a little wary. This is a loaded question. Do you know who Rasha Operia is?
Would I know that name?
That is the question.
You would not, Fern.
Ah, dang it. I thought I would. Dang.
You only know her by the ire.
Cool.
You see the artist stops for a second. Just a split second, but then continues.
Gotcha. Thanks anyway. How much longer you got?
Roughly about 30 minutes, just finishing up the last of the lines.
Okay.
And shading.
Cool. I'll take a seat over here if that's alright. And she goes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you also want to get a tattoo?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Well, if any of your other friends want to.
I'll let
be
them
more
know
than
you're
happy.
doing an awesome job.
Thanks. Continues for the next 30 minutes, and then your tattoo is complete. You have an arrow on your right forearm.
Heck yeah. So he's gonna walk over to Mealy, and he was like, "What was that all about?"
Nothing to worry about. I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay. Then let's head out.
Sounds good.
Where are you guys heading?
I wanted to look around to see if Fern recognizes like the path that him and Rhea took to get to Rhea's house, because he's just wanting to walk around and look around pretty much.
If you find the tavern you were at, you would be able to remember. But
Cool.
you're not in that part of the town.
Cool. I'm gonna try to find the tavern I went to.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
That's an 8. Nope. He's more stumbling around the crappy part of town.
It takes a lot longer than you would anticipate to find the inn and tavern that you guys had stayed at. You eventually find it through some kind of like talking with people, being like, do you know where this tavern is, and kind of just describing the outside of it. You don't necessarily remember it having a name on the front. But you do eventually find it. And you can recount your steps there.
Cool. He's just like kind of just walking without really saying where they're going. And he's like wants to bring stuff up with Mealy, but he's like,
She's just sort of fidgeting as they walk.
What's going on?
Just mostly trying to understand if who we saw was who I think it was.
Who do you think it was?
My mom.
Oh.
Well, biological mom.
Ooh.
Yeah, every person I asked about her name, they just shrugged me away or, like, fled.
Well, if it is, I mean, a big name, like, I don't know the name personally, so.
It supposedly was. I don't know if it still is.
What big name do you think it was?
I couldn't tell you who it was now. I just was told by my father that it was Joberia, so I mean, you were in the shady part of town anyway, so probably drew a lot more attention than I needed to.
Yeah, probably.
It's
Those
okay.
types of people don't really like questions. Wait, so you think the woman that was there was your mom, which means your mom may be the Iron?
I'm really hoping not. I really
Oh
hope not.
no. Shit. Well, I don't think it would really change how the group feels.
I mean, same.
I mean, they
honestly.
know I worked for her, well, kind of under her, and they didn't care much, so.
Was
And
there
it's not
any
like you're
dis-
evil.
Oh, of course not. I was never raised by her.
Exactly. And the description, I don't know. Do I remember a description? Or just the name, Ire?
Make a history check.
Let me try to remember. That's a 6.
Nope, you ain't remembering Jack.
No, I was.
The only thing that you know is that a woman, and she was described as beautiful.
Just a beautiful woman who pretty much wanted to rule the world, I guess. I don't know. I was in a crappy part of town, so I don't think she would try to visit there often.
I mean, I
Make-
don't think any criminal would try to visit Minnie, would they?
Well, my town was like what you saw back there, so, but like worse a little bit, I guess. So, pretty much. I guess that would be somewhere where she would want to be, but I never heard anything about it. And before we continue, what was the date again? If I remember.
Look. Earest, which is EIREST. And then I'll say it's the 13th of 732 AP.
Cool. And this is the 5th month?
Yes.
Haha. He's like, okay, cool, good to know. He's like, this is all really just crazy. It's one thing after another, I swear. I never wanted to get involved, but I knew this would happen. I knew it.
I mean, what's an adventure without all this, I guess?
It wasn't much better where I was from, so I guess trying to do the right thing is the way to go right now, so.
Yeah. Well, to the old tavern that we've never been to?
To the tavern we've never been to, but we're also going elsewhere. We're going on a trip. Probably.
Anyway.
Okay. Do you guys want to? You guys have the option of either backtracking to Rhea's mom's house by your best recollection, or you can stay at the inn and you can also try to message one of the other group members since it is later in the night.
Vern's just gonna keep walking. He's just he doesn't want to go back to the inn as well because that's where he last like a close memory of Trip was. So he's just like, I'm gonna avoid that real quick.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm following Fern at the moment.
Okay. You guys continue following Fern. Where are Annie and Rhea heading?
A good question. Well, because Rhea was still in her room, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you guys were
checking.
basically leaving at that point to go find your
Yeah.
friends.
What time of day is it at this point?
At this point, because he did a lot of stuff, it's probably around the same time, dusk, kind of a bit after.
I think I wanted to head to the I'll do that tomorrow. I was gonna say we were gonna head to the Artificer for 47, but 47's already there, so I I guess, do we want
We
to go
don't
to the...
technically know that.
I
Oh, you
know, but
don't?
I don't know if 47's there, but Rhea wanted to go there to get some stuff for 47.
You also know that most shops do close around this time. So, depending on if you even knew where an artificer was, because you haven't been living here for 40-ish years.
That's true. Would we have made up a place to meet, like the inn?
No one talked about it.
We don't have time for that.
You guys realized it was 5 months past your last meeting or place in Waycheris, and you guys kind of just separated into the market districts.
We went, fuck that, let's go shopping.
Would Annie know where Ameldra would be? Like her office in here?
You would assume that if everyone on the council, because she is part of the council,
Oh yeah. Just have to be all the
would be at the council, or she is one of the ladies that kind of lords over Diacre. So she is basically either in one of the two places.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, then I mean, Annie's following Ray at this point.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, you guys eventually find yourselves, and find each other, just one member short, as 47 is, being upgraded. You guys meet in the streets of Iathasari as the Alvatane tree shines brightly within the center. What are you guys doing?
Alright, what have y'all been up to?
Oh, just looking at the tree now. Waiting on 47.
Where is 47?
Getting an upgrade.
Oh, okay, that
Oh.
sounds cool.
If we need a place to stay, my mom says it's cool if we stay there.
Well,
Your
that's
mom?
awesome.
The one that tried to kill me.
No, the other one.
Okay, so this is good mom.
One.
Okay.
He's
The one that
dying.
made food. Cool. Okay, good.
She made pie.
We
That's
we
good.
did find out that apparently Runus isn't. And he looks
Real?
around. Maybe we should have this conversation back at Rhea's house or Mom's
Oh.
house.
Probably, yeah.
You want to know what Mealy did today?
No, let's not talk about that. Let's go. And she just starts walking.
Did you get a haircut?
Thank you for noticing.
What's in your arm? Is that new?
Yeah. It's a month and a few days to my birthday, so I thought I'd do stuff before our inevitable end.
My birthday passed. I should do something from before our inevitable end too. I should get a haircut too.
Heck
Why
yeah.
are you so cryptic? What the heck? Why
I
is
mean,
he wearing? Is that one of Fern's shirts?
Yeah. So Mealy stole.
What?
Oh,
I
and I
turned
did
over.
not.
It was borrowed.
I'm gonna turn over to Fern and I'm gonna go, what did you do?
Showed a dead body to the person to make the price cheaper, but Mealy decided to take it before we could pay, and I had to make Mealy a disguise. And
Guys, my mom
It was
was
a
here.
divine
You can't be
calling.
doing this stuff.
We should probably go back to Rhea's mom's house now.
She already
Yeah.
kind of is skeptical about you guys. I don't know, man.
what'd you tell them? What'd you tell her?
Well,
Everything.
She kind of just like word vomited everything for the past 40 years on her mom.
So
That was a
about
lot.
yeah.
I skipped over Annie's birth that happened in the last 40 years.
Would she hold it against me if we became family?
What?
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 Okay, we gotta talk about this. This is like the
This
fifth,
way. And he takes charge and starts walking.
this is like the 100th comment you made. You better talk about this.
Annie's intrusive thoughts just spill.
Yes.
I look over to Fern and I'm like, did she say family?
She said many things. She says she loves you. I mean, who would? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna put my hand on your head, on your hair, and just start moving around. I'm like, huh. Have you ever thought of getting a buzz cut?
If you burn my hair, I would chop off yours. All of it.
Actually, what I've been thinking about doing. How do you think I'd look with short hair?
Vern's gonna like kind of like grab the hair and just kind of like mess with it a little bit. Yeah, I think you'll look good.
Thank you.
Anyway,
We should
go talk
follow
to your
Annie.
girlfriend. It's
What? You guys are weird.
obvious at this point. More obvious than Trip and me. Was.
Nothing is more obvious than Trip and you. Believe me.
What were you obvious? Was I that obvious?
I just want my weapon, please.
Yeah, the one you stole?
No.
Did you put it in the corpse bag at least?
Yes.
Okay. Go to my mom's house, guys. I don't. Oh,
I'll be on
God.
my semi-best behavior. Like before.
Yeah, you gotta see the weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, Fern gives
Let's
So-
go
the
get it
weapon.
at my house.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, wait to the house.
You guys, Annie is now like 100 feet in front of you guys, just marching towards Rhea's mom's house after word vomiting a bit too much herself. You guys head over there, and you guys, it's a familiar space to Fern, but not Mealy, because Mealy never went in. Yeah, you guys are here. There's a nice small fire going that, although it's spring, it's still a little bit chilly in the evenings. Yeah, you guys can smell fresh blueberry pie that has been cooked. What are you guys doing?
This is eerie. I don't like it. Ugh. Too many
It's way
memories.
better than the illusion one. It's fine. It's fine. So
It is
we-
better.
That smells good.
what we were saying before, Runus apparently is not a good guy.
Oh.
Or he's not who he said he was.
Was Runus that creepy, bald, kind of old guy that like told us like where the stone was?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like he told us that he was one of the high mages. And Rhea's mom said that all the high mages died in the fire.
Wait, how does Rhea's mom know this?
He's friends with a lot of members on the council, and I think including Mealy's mom.
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Yeah.
The mom, not the mom. The mom, not the mom.
Not the
Oh
iron.
my God!
got
Your
it.
mom tried to murder your other mom.
I'm very confused. I still don't know if, like, was that,
Ask them about the name. Ask them the name.
Rashoperia?
I would like both of you to make history checks.
History. Okay, that literally threw off the table. I'm not chasing that dice.
Oh, I'm proficient in that, so that's 11 plus 5. 16.
That is. Oh, I lost my mouse. Plus 2. 19.
Okay. Annie, you kind of remember skimming over the name in kind of your studies at the Hiram Institute. You don't know specifically where it was located, but you remember flipping through that name a few times. But Rhea, you know because A, you've been here a while. You have heard small exploits of the Ire and things like that. But you also remember something in a tavern when you had just come back from the other side of the mountain about someone that Lord Alestra had supposedly had a relationship with.
So, that's your mom. Who? So your dad dated the Ire?
Apparently did more than date.
Yeah, they made mealy. You know how the birds and the bees work, Rhea.
Not
Do we have
exactly.
bees?
More, rather, lured?
We need to talk to your dad.
Your dad lured your mom?
Your
Other
dad
way.
lured your mom?
Other way.
Okay, wait. So I'm so confused right now. So what's your? Sorry, this sounds very rude, but I'm not trying to. But what's your backstory here?
So your mom convinced your dad to, smash, and then he passed after you were born?
Apparently he didn't pass. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Well, no, because he's the one who raised her, right?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Can we just hush?
Passed on.
We're sorry, Billy, but we have to figure this out. The Ire's trying to kill everyone, and the Ire's your mom.
Are we sure, though, that she's my mom?
Looks just like you.
We're pretty
She
sure.
did say that she'd tell the Ire.
That the Ire sends her regards.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's just her talking in third person.
She was trying to be cool.
Probably.
But like an old person is cool. Like how a mom is trying to be cool.
I mean, she said there's a familiar face, and the only one that could probably be familiar to them is you. Honestly.
You also remember her saying that Mealy should talk to her father about it.
Like all of us, or
to you, Mealy. But
Maybe
all of you remember her hearing that.
Maybe we should have brought Mealy with your mom, Rhea, to the council to talk to her dad.
I really think that would be a good idea.
Can you message your dad?
Message your dad.
Tell you anything about your mom? Your birth mom? Not your mom. I'm so confused.
He didn't say that she was the Ire. Just the
Did
other
he
name
know?
that I mentioned.
But,
Yeah.
Don't
Did
know.
he ever say like why she was never in your life?
Well, she kind of just had me and dropped me off.
Oh,
I
so
think
she
it was
smashed
because-
and passed. Got it.
I think it was because of the cheating that the dad did.
Or like, wait, do we even know that she was cheating?
Technically, it was. I hate putting it this way. I was an accident.
Oh yeah,
Most
but I mean
of us
like
were.
most
Anyway,
of us were.
Stole you from your mom. What if he's just saying that you were dropped off? And what if your mom's trying to get you back?
I don't know.
I think she would have said something about it when we fought her.
if anything, just message your dad and
The
be
gem's
like,
been corrupted. What if she's trying to use it on Mealy and that's why Mealy stole something?
Oh my god.
oh no, that's why the sister was gone. That's why the sister got kidnapped.
I think I need to sit down.
Yeah, that'd be the best.
She just kind of takes a seat and looks at the pie. Rhea, can I have some of this?
Yeah, I'll get plates. Hold on. I start cutting up the pie.
Ferd wants to go to the kitchen and try to make a new pie for everyone as well.
Hold on. If he starts trying to make a new pie, I am stopping him. Do
You-
not cook. Do not use my mom's kitchen.
As you're taking out plates and cutting up the pie, Rhea, Fern just begins kind of opening each cabinet to the pantry and everything, and finding flour and yeast and everything to make a pie.
No, you're not allowed to do this.
This is inappropriate. Stop it.
Yes.
He's like, what? I want to make a good impression on your mom, who's not going to kill me this time.
It is kind of rude to use ingredients in a house that isn't yours.
Yeah, you would have to buy the ingredients first.
Okay, I'll pay your mom.
Isn't it also rude to steal a weapon?
What? I seriously didn't hear what.
I said, isn't it also rude to steal a weapon?
Exactly.
And then she just reaches in and pulls it out. You tell me not to steal this.
Okay, don't steal it.
Not what I meant.
And you guys look at what she pulls out, and it's almost a white gold flail. It is decorated with different. It almost looks like different gems along the rod part of the flail. And there is almost a. It's very luminescent. Almost reminds you of almost like a moonshine, like not the drink. Like the light of the moon.
But doesn't your family have like prominence in here? Like, why couldn't you just bring up your family name and get it that way?
No.
I even
was
showed a
calling out
body.
to me.
Okay, Fern, I don't think saying I even showed a body was really helpful there.
I mean, it was. It knocked like 400 gold off. It was.
You mean it increased the 5-finger discount?
Yeah, Yeah, I was gonna steal it, but then Millie beat me to it, and
Well,
so
at
now I'm
least
baking a pie.
Look, I'm sure it'll be fine as long as you didn't cast any spells at the shop. Then everything should be fine.
Oh yeah.
Millie.
Look, I've already prayed at least 20 times today. I really don't want to have to go to the tree.
Okay, Mealy. Listen, we have to start talking about how praying for stuff does not dilute the consequence to your actions.
Look, it says that if I pray, that I will be forgiven. And that's what I'm
Okay.
going for and trying to convince myself it's okay.
You can't use your religion like this, Mealy.
Imagine believing in gods. Ha ha ha.
She just kind of thwaps him on the head.
Ow.
Okay.
I'm going to bed.
It already
You don't want pie?
I took out the pie and I'm eating. I ate the slice like a pizza. Like, so I'm eating the pie. Got a nice lattice crust.
Take it back, she says as she eats the pie.
I'll take it back. We've already done the deed.
Yeah, I mean, it seems cool. So, I mean,
Yeah, if the birds and the bees are okay with it, I guess it's fine. But like,
that's how that works, Rhea. Oh, hey, can I
Like,
steal
no,
a
little boy.
And on that note, we do not condone stealing.
what did Annie say?
And he's like, oh, hey, Rhea, by the way, can I stay with you in your room tonight?
Can you stay?
See?
Ugh.
And you don't believe me.
You're
Go
right,
for it.
you're
Before I
not my
smack
best
you.
friend because you got my bear. He's always
Oh.
with me.
Annie, we know that's not true.
Can I
Okay,
cast
well,
Zone of
we're-
Truth?
That's
Or
true.
like the truth of it all?
You can cast Zone of Truth. I would
Absolutely.
like everybody to make a charisma saving throw unless you want to willfully
God.
save.
Who's casting this?
Me!
Okay,
That's
great.
a 16 on Bird. I don't know if that passes or not, but
I don't remember.
Wisdom saving?
Charisma.
Charisma.
oh god dang it, I did Constitution. Never mind. Let me. Oh, that's a nat 20 minus 1. That's 19.
Okay, you succeed.
Heck
Fern.
yeah.
What did Rhea get?
15.
Okay, you are willfully, or you actually no, you saved. And then what did Annie get?
Annie rolled a 19.
Okay.
Okay, fourth shot.
Wait, with
Alright.
Zone of Truth, do we know if we've saved? Do we know if it's been cast on us?
Yeah.
Mealy, why'd you cast that? What the heck?
We all know you love Rhea. Just say it. And Rhea loves
I'm-
you back. Just say it.
I want to. You guys are having this conversation, and I've gone to get blankets. I'm literally like
Okay.
fully just like getting. I'm like, okay, I thought we were all staying in my room tonight.
Yeah, okay, slumber party. Let's go.
Just do it, Annie.
Do what? I told you. She's got my fucking best friend's bear. Well, my best friend who is a bear in her now.
Wait,
She's
what?
not my bear.
She's a what? What the fuck?
Where'd you hear from all this? Wait, where have you been? Wait. We talked about this, right?
No.
Am I going crazy?
Did we
No.
tell them?
Yeah, you
No.
guys told them.
We told them, right? Yeah,
We told
Sure.
her.
we told you.
Did we?
You got yeah. They told you about the werebear. Rhea hasn't
yeah,
told anyone besides Mealy and Annie on accident about her warlock pact being
I
broken.
just said, it's been a day. Anyway, I'm gonna finish making this pie. Annie, tell Rhea you love her before it's too late. Before our inevitable end. Go.
How much time do we
Can you hold back the worst thought to be like, you tell Trip that you love him? Oh, wait.
Oh,
in her head, though. It's in her head.
Okay.
I love it.
Whoa.
Okay,
So
I've made beds on the floor in my room, and then I stay up and I stare at at Fern in the kitchen, so that he doesn't burn my mom's house down.
Fern looks at
Okay.
Rhea. I'm not gonna burn stuff. I know how to cook. Kind of. I know how to bake. For the most part.
I would like you to make what would be a good check for baking?
Athletics.
Dexterity?
Dexterity, yeah.
Make a medicine check.
Don't poison us.
Okay.
Poison us?
Okay.
Either that
You
or
wanted
nature.
to do
I
my
don't know.
lowest ones. You wanted to do one of my lowest ones.
Fine, then do nature.
Cool.
I don't know.
Nature works. I'll do nature, and then there's a +2 to this as well. So that's a 25. That's a 25
Okay.
because he has a whatchamacallit, survivalist. So on nature checks,
Yes.
adds 2.
Okay. You make the best fucking pie.
I learned from the best.
Oh yeah.
My baker boy.
Anyway, you make a really good pie. What kind of pie are you making?
Apple pie.
Okay. You make a really, really good apple pie.
Yeah.
And then you guys go to sleep. Is there anything that you guys are doing while you guys are having a slumber party in Raya's room? Like teenagers.
Fern's just eating the pie he made. But he saved a piece for Raya's mom because he doesn't want to be rude.
Uh-oh. You didn't give her the whole pie?
He wanted the pie for himself. Yeah,
I'm gonna
he,
eat-
he gave her the whole pie.
Oh, okay.
Or
Cool.
most of it.
I'm eating a little bit of the pie that you have, and I'm like,
Same.
The crust is golden and buttery, with just the right amount of sugar. And the cinnamon nutmeg combination is wild. The apples are cooked to a perfect crispness.
God, this
Also being
Master
soft?
Chef thing's going on right now. Fuck.
Yeah. So you gotta have the perfect balance, you know? I learned from the best. Anyway, this is what the little balls tasted like. To me. at
Really?
least. Yeah.
Damn. I'll try to make you my mom's soup sometime. That's what the little balls taste like for me.
Have your mom make the mom soup.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. She makes it a lot better than I do. But if she asks, I make it better.
Heck yeah.
Okay, I'm also gonna look through the satchel that I got.
Okay.
Does it have the things in it that we talked about a month ago?
Things. Yeah, it has all the things in it.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna pull out some stuff. Have it listed up.
Fern wants to kind of snoop through the room, but secretly.
Okay, make a sleight of
my-
hand check. Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
a 28.
You,
28.
I believe you.
What secret things is Rhea hiding in her childhood room?
God, she hasn't lived here forever. I don't know. I guess there's some old drawings, that she made when she was a kid. There are some portraits of her and her family, her mom, her dad, and her brother. And then a couple pictures of her with her old group, I would say. Or paintings that she had done of them and left at the house. Let's see.
He's very much kind of laying on the floor and kind of using that as an advantage to look under the bed and just around
Yeah.
the room.
Yeah, and Rhea's just enraptured in this satchel that she has and the items that she's bringing out and looking at. So it's easy to get away with.
Pretty much.
He's gonna pick up the group picture from her time in Bellinor.
Okay. Let me look at
Oh,
that.
party. I also, all of the things in the satchel that I'm pulling out are wrapped in stuff and have never been
Okay.
opened.
Okay.
So I'm just
The time capsule.
So yeah, in this portrait of this group, you see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 people, including Rhea. Rhea is standing next to a shorter boy who looks like her but has shorter kept hair than what you saw in your shared illusion. You see a human woman. Looks to be about in her late 20s, early 30s, and has the symbol of Leora on her chest. You see a tiefling who has purple skin, very much shorter, but her and the human are holding hands, and the tiefling has the symbol of Alara that you've seen on 3 of your friends. You see a Goliath, who stands much taller than everybody else, long black hair, gray skin, covered in markings. And you also see what looks to be a human who is holding a lute. But they do also have looks to be like almost wings behind them.
Do any of these people look familiar to Fern?
Make a history check.
History, where is it? Heck yeah. That's a 19.
Okay. The Goliath looks familiar to you.
Oh? Oh?
You
Okay.
remember seeing something, or you remember seeing a Goliath that would often come into the gambling hall.
Rhea, who's this dude? And points to the Goliath on the picture.
Are you going through my stuff?
No.
Haven't we?
It was in the open. I was just looking. But then he's familiar. He's familiar.
They're Aloma.
Aloma?
Yeah, they've been dead for like 40 years. I don't think you would have seen them.
I did.
Saw them?
They came to the gambling hall that I worked at. You know, the Emerald Snake gambling hall?
Do I know the Emerald Snake of the gambling hall?
Yes, you do. It was on one of the, I think there's 5 spires in Bellinor that kind of jut out from the ocean. It was on the biggest one, and it was kind of low to the ground, or lower towards the ocean. You personally had never been there, and Aloma was kind of reserved, so you didn't know too much about them.
I remember seeing them because they were like, you know, huge, and you know, they almost hit their head on the building a lot because like we had a lot of like intricate. It's like a cave thing, and he would like almost hit himself all the time.
Yeah, they were, we had a specific place in our hideout where we had the regular door, and then we had to cut out a little bit over door. But then Calder actually built another little tiny door, so whenever Aloma had to get through, they would have to reach up and open the tiny door too to fit their entire head through.
You had a hideout in Bellinor?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it that, but we, our home of
Where at?
operations, I guess.
Where at?
Which is basically a home. We all lived there.
I wonder if
Okay.
I've seen anyone else around. I worked at one of the taverns there. I've seen a lot of people before, you know, ire shit.
True. I mean, I could have gone somewhere you worked before and not have known you.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would remember you, but I don't know.
I am pretty unforgettable.
Yeah, I guess so. We all are.
I'm glad. I don't know. It's nice that someone else remembers them.
Yeah. I mean, I never got to know them, but I just knew that they were one of the many, many people that came through those doors, so kind of unforgettable seeing someone so big. What brought you to Bellinor, actually? Just the group?
The group. We ended up, we ended up home wrecking. Cordelia was supposed to get married to someone else, and then Amaro came in, and they fell in love, and we ran away, and we had to go across the mountains to hide somewhere, and ended up there. Pretty good.
So the event didn't happen in Bellinor.
No. We were outside of Bellinor. We were sent to kind of on a there was some kind of cult that was causing problems.
Would Ferd know about this cult?
Make a history check with disadvantage.
Ah, dang. Wait, that's nature. That's Wait, well, it was history. My bad. With disadvantage, that's a 3. Yeah. No. Yeah. Considering how much stuff I've heard, I don't think I've heard about any of the cults.
Yeah. It wasn't. A lot of people didn't really know about it. They were just causing issues, and we went out there thinking that we could get rid of them. And we went to this, and everyone died. I would say within 5 minutes.
Ooh. Well,
so this bag actually. This is what I tried to get. You remember that time that we got attacked by my mom?
Yeah, outside this down the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what I was looking for. It's Lucian went back to the stronghold after he lived and sent me a bunch of stuff, and I never opened any of it. I don't know what it is.
The friend's gonna like kind of stay on his back but like kick himself over to like kind of not eavesdrop but like watch Rhea open the things.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna open some stuff. And I think the first thing I'm gonna pull out is something, just a small little package. Open it up, and a fancy bracelet pops out. It's got like a bunch of little gems in it. I kind of set it to the side, and as I'm pulling stuff out, I'm like literally just telling like stories you tell at a sleepover. And I'm like, oh, this was Cordelia's. We ended up actually getting it off of someone that we robbed because they were kind of a rich asshole. So. And then a little pendant of Alara. I'd be like, oh, Alara's. I don't know where she got this from. She always had it on her. A little, like a fancy cap I'm gonna pull out, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, Fern, put this hat on.
Fern is gonna kind of sit up and like, okay, and slowly and hesitantly put the hat on.
Who do you want to look like right now?
Ooh, that's hard. I guess. Ooh, he's gonna think to himself of wanting to kind of debating between Morcerin and Trip.
Oh my god, so sad.
I will flip a coin for you.
Flip a coin?
What do you want, heads?
Morcerin.
You watch as Fern's body. Oh, didn't want that. Disappears.
Fern's body disappears.
Discord said no.
You watch as Fern's normal elven form turns into that of someone that is unfamiliar to all of you. Is a dark-skinned high elf, locks with different sort of decorations and gold little beads throughout them. Looks to be about 200 years old. Dressed in fine wear, though you can see that there is some like flour kind of on his shirt.
Fern's going to look into the mirror Rhea had and just kind of touch his face and be like, it's not as painful anymore.
But it is for Mealy.
Oh yeah, Mealy freaking died.
What the fuck is wrong with Discord?
Discord said no more D&D. No.
That you've done enough today.
No, we haven't.
Anyway, he's gonna touch his face a little bit and just go, it's not as painful as it was. I think seeing Trip would probably be more painful at this point.
Annie pipes up.
Who's that?
This was my first love.
Aww.
It's weird seeing him right now. Rhea, this is what you look like when before your mom tried to kill me.
This is why you kissed me?
This is why I kissed you. And we thought we would never talk about it. No, on the cheek. I think.
It's a sleepover situation.
Yeah, it was. I saw this. I didn't see that. I would never kiss that. I would kiss this.
My.
And Anyway,
Aw. I take the hat off.
Your form shifts back in front of you.
Fern just kind of shakes the magic off. Ooh, magic's weird. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, Lucian used to turn into random people. Mostly me. And cause issues. Remember a time that he literally threw a rock in a bank. And then turned into me and ran away.
oh, interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of pull out the last item of the thing that's kind of wrapped up. And I see it's wrapped in the shape of a dagger. And I'm gonna kind of look at it. I'm gonna turn it over. And I'm just gonna hand it to Fern without opening it up. And I'm gonna say, here, you can have that.
Okay. He's just gonna like slowly open it, like little. Sees it's a kind of shaped like a dagger, so he just quickly, or carefully unwraps it and looks at it.
It's a saw-toothed edge dagger that has a black pearl in it. And a little twisty design in the pommel. And if you look at the bottom, you can see carved into it L.A.
This is interesting. Oh.
Yeah.
Is it your brother's? Was it your brother's?
Yeah, it was. But you can have it.
Why don't
I-
you want it? Oh, your
I-
magic, never mind.
I think too. I want. These are all things that belong to people who I love, who never get to use them again. So I want people that I love now to be able to use them.
Oh, you love me.
I'm gonna punch you in the face. But you have a dagger of blind sight now.
Oh. I don't that's a big word for 48. Anyway.
For 48.
Yes, I love this reference.
I told you I'd use it in character. I told you.
Creature attuned to it gains blind sight out of range out of 30 feet. So that means that you can, like, even if it's dark, you can tell where things are. Even if there's darkness cast, I think.
Yeah.
Which is why my brother had it, because I had darkness. And he had that. So I would cast darkness, and then he would go fuck shit up.
Love that. Speaking of 48, where is 47?
I thought I mentioned earlier he's getting an upgrade.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I was too busy with tattoo.
Yeah,
Jesus,
looks
that
good.
hurt.
That
You
hurt?
hit that and it hurt. Bad.
Just I regret it. I should hit the tattoo.
Oh yeah. By the way, Fern, I've got got armor being made for you, so pointy things won't be as hurtful.
Why is everyone giving me gifts? I'm gonna sob.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the little fancy bracelet with all the little gems in it, and I'm gonna hand it over to Mealy. Like, okay, Mealy, this is for you.
What? Oh, okay, thank you. It's very beautiful. She just holds it very carefully in her hands.
And I have a little book, and it's actually a sketchbook that has a bunch of different animals and plants and their meetings and what they are, and like a little story about each of them. And I'm gonna give that to Annie.
Those better have mushrooms.
They actually do.
And she's just like, oh, thank you.
I didn't draw that though. Aloma drew that, but
Oh. Okay.
I can draw you something sometime if you want me to.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
Well, and I
just kiss them.
think 47, but like a nice hat. All right, we're good.
Kiss the girl.
Hold on, I also have this, and it's the pendant of Alara, I guess. You guys, are you guys both Alara?
I mean, I'm not Alara. She's a goddess. I'm not a goddess.
You guys both follow Alara, okay. I guess I'll kind of
You
look
look
down.
like one. You suck at this, Rhea. You're supposed to compliment.
Are you flirting?
I'm
For
teaching
me?
you how to. Yes, I'm flirting for you because apparently you cannot.
I'm great at flirting. I don't know what you're talking about. And then I turn back and I'm gonna put on the necklace. That way, if we get lost, we'll all have something of Alara to find each other. Except for Fern, who has the dagger.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Cool.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
Okay.
Wait, before you go to sleep, since you were in Bellinor, do you know a Dalbin? You know someone named Dalbin.
I know someone named Albin.
Make a history check. I need to remember what that was.
Douban. It's the person that killed Morcerin.
Oh, okay.
Gasp!
Gasp!
Well, I do now. No, history is +2. 15?
No.
No.
That would be
Dang.
so funny if someone from my past killed your person, though, wouldn't it?
That's what I was thinking at first. I was like, maybe not.
Yeah.
Anyway, worth a shot. Anyway, good night.
Right.
Good night.
Good night.
One big bed. One big bed.
Dog pile, dog
I
pile.
definitely did pull out like a mattress underneath my bed, and we're all just laying on it on the floor.
Yeah, Fern's going to definitely like push Annie to Rhea and sleep farther away from the group.
I'm taller than everyone, so I'm just out like this, and my arms are like this, and everyone's on my arms. So I'm just taller.
Jesus. Okay.
Fern
you
probably
guys-
climbed into Rhea's actual bed.
How dare you?
Okay. You guys eventually all find sleep. And you guys wake up the next morning. 47, you got finished being upgraded around 4 or 5 a.m. You knew the kind of direction of where Rhea's mom's house was if you wanted to go there, or is there anything else you would like to do?
47 is gonna realize no one's there. And kind of panic for a second.
All of you, your friend took your pack and said they were going to meet one of the other friends.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. That helps very much. Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, they
Okay.
didn't give me any information. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That sounds about right. Okay. 47 make sure they grab 48 before they leave. And pats each one of the little gnomes on the head. And 47 will go probably to the Temple of Alara then.
Okay. You go to the Temple of Alara, where both you and Mealy stayed for a pretty extensive time while in Yethasari. You go in, and it's quiet. There isn't anyone really around, but you see the mural above you kind of slowly moving as it shows the cosmos. What are you doing here?
There's no one around or anything.
For the most part, no, not in this main hall, at least.
47. I bet there was probably a space that 47 really liked. Probably, I would say just like the best view of the sky. Where
Okay.
there would be
So
a nice...
so you go up to the observatory.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 47 47 wants to pray to Alara.
Okay.
So 47 just kind of sits there and kind of like turns off. Looks like they turn off, I guess. But they're not actually off. And so, hey Goddess Mom. I know I don't reach out much, but I mean, I do feel you every day. And I thank you, for sticking by me. I know that you knew that I needed more help protecting my friends, so I thank you for the extra support. I tried my hardest, and my friends did too, to get your gem, or to get that gem back from the Ire. But it got corrupted, and taken away by the pretty hot lady, and I don't know what's gonna happen now. Any insight about what that might mean would be great. If you're hanging out up there.
You wait a moment, and you can see, similar to what Annie saw earlier, one of the stars brightens in this purple hue. And you hear a soft voice, one you have never heard before. I believe that once you and friends get the gem and the Twilight Reaver back. I think it being in the champion's hands will do great good for that corruption.
But what does it mean now, though? Like, what bad is gonna happen because we couldn't save it?
I am not sure of what will happen. I know that group is powerful enough to overcome it. And I'm sending people your way to help.
Does that mean that, wait, it may just be coincidence, but does that mean Arnmir is already on his way?
He is, but also a fresh face is as well.
Okay. Will we know? Like, I know you say fresh face, like new face, but like, what if we get tricked again? Will we know we're not getting tricked again?
Find them in the gorge.
Okay. The gorge. And the 47 just starts repeating the gorge over again. I'm like, just like kind of got the gorge, so they don't forget. And then, yes, 47's like, okay, well, thanks, Goddess Mom, for all of your help, of course. Amen?
Of course, dear. And you see as the light kind of just flashes out and dims. You go into a sentry's rest tonight.
Do I? Is that what you said, or do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You.
47 wanted to find someone there. Was
Okay.
hoping that like someone was still. I bet like they probably
ev-
would know whoever would be around or awake or.
You do find people walking around. This is one of the few times, especially during a day's cycle, where people can have the most connection to Alara because it is night. There just wasn't any people when you had first entered. But people do eventually come, and there's a few scattered amongst this kind of observatory. And you do see someone that you recognize that you had spoken with, was one of the other, wasn't the High Guardian here, but was one of the guardians of the temple.
What do I remember their name?
Their name is Solus.
47 goes up and finds Solus and just like, because the temple is pretty quiet place, and just kind of places a hand on their shoulder. Hey Solus, I know it's been a long time. Well, actually, it's been a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be by the time we came back. But I was looking to stay here tonight, but I was also hoping for some help.
Okay, how can I help?
I don't have any of my things. I hope Mealy has them. With her. So I don't have my yarn, or my knitting needles. All I have is 48. And so I don't have any paper or a quill or anything. Would you mind helping me with that? I need to get notice or send something to the temple.
Of course. Let's go back to my chambers. I have paper and quill there. and you follow Solus into kind of the same kind of area where you and Mealy stayed, but he has a room on one of the upper floors, and you go in there, and he sits you down on a desk and pulls out paper and quill and ink for you.
Solus?
Yeah?
How do you write a letter?
You need me to scribe for you?
No, I mean, I can write. No one ever taught me how to write a letter. Apparently, I hear that people
Okay.
write letters. I just know you write words, but like.
Well, first, you'd usually date it so that they know what day it came with.
Hey, I know that one because I just found out I lost 5 months today. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's the 14th of Erist, of 732 AP. And then on the next line, you would address whoever you're sending it to.
Okay.
You could say, hello, dear, and then follow that with their name. And then you would write your letter and then sign it off with yours.
Oh, that's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like a whole thing. That's just not too bad.
It's not too complicated book stuff.
Not too complicated book stuff, just like little book stuff. So 47 will write a letter to Neve.
Hey.
Wants to send it out tonight. Especially considering all the time they had lost. They were probably gonna write, every chance they got back to the temple, and it's been apparently very long time. So
it's been almost a year since you've left the temple.
Yeah, and apparently
actually no,
actually
it has been a year since you've left the temple.
Yeah. So 47 probably would have last written whenever they had gotten to like Diacree or something. But been a long time.
So you write that letter, and then Solus helps you send it via Raven. And you await that response, and then you have time to rest there for the night. Yeah. And that's where we'll take a quick break.
Perfect.
Yeah. And welcome back. We pick up as the girls and Fern have had a slumber party while 47 is in the Temple of Alara in Iathasari and has just went down for a sentry's rest. 47. For the first time in your sentry's rest, you do not hear or see everything around you. Instead, it goes to a darkness as you shut off and go into your sentry's rest. And quickly, your eyes open, and you're in an unfamiliar place. You're in a bed in a small hut, two-room hut. And you sit up, very groggy. And as you look around, you see at the edge of the bed near your feet is a small orange tabby cat laying there. And as you sit up, it rustles in its sleep and stretches out its belly now upwards towards the sky.
I pet the kitty.
You reach out your hand, and instead of your normal hand that you're used to, made of metal and wood, you see a small hand of olive tanned skin, dirt underneath the fingernails, and it's small compared to this cat, but you continue to pet it, and you have this happiness inside you, just pure joy. And as you're petting the cat, you hear a voice call out from the other room. Viriel, come for breakfast.
Hey, coming, Mom.
And as you get up, you see human legs, that of a boy's, and you catch a glimpse of yourself in a mirror. You no more than 4 feet high, brown, shaggy hair, brown eyes, and you run into the kitchen and you see a woman, human, in plain dress clothes as she is setting down what looks to be eggs and bacon for you at the table. Oh, hello, dear. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, for the most part, I think I woke up a lot at night, but it wasn't that bad.
Okay, well, maybe some chamomile tea before bed tonight to help.
Okay.
Kind of just walks by and ruffles your hair and gives you a kiss on your top of your head. And as you're eating, memory flashes to something else. You're in bed, you're sweating, you're hot, your breathing is shallow, and you see the woman who had just made you breakfast, who you assume to be your mom, and a man, darker of skin, looks to you and just kind of pets your head a little bit and reaches out towards your cheek, and you can see that there are tears in her eyes. It's okay, dear. She's promised to take you to a better place. Okay, you can go now.
But I'm not ready to go.
No, but you're too sick. It's okay, you can go.
Then I guess nothing.
Yeah. You awake in the room in this temple. And you've heard of this. A dream, a memory. This is the first time this has ever happened in the now 3 years of your existence. And feel startled, unsure. But perhaps the conversation with Alara opened something in your mind.
Seven just probably sits there for a while. Like this whole night, just alone, has just been about reflection for them. Really taking the time.
And as you sit, you see through the window that's in this room as the sun shines brightly in. You almost sigh as you get up knowing you have to go find your friends for this day's this day. And you knew loosely kind of where Rhea's mom's house was from your shared illusion. Do you head that way? Or where do you go?
Before leaving, 47 goes downstairs to see if Arnmir has sent any sort of message to the temple, or he got anything back written from Neve, or
You haven't. You check with Solus. They haven't received anything, but says he'll send you a message when the letter gets in from Neve.
but nothing. Arnmir's not there yet, or
They don't
Yeah.
know where Arnmir is?
Yeah. Okay. I guess 47 will try to navigate to Rhea's house.
I will ask for an intelligence check.
47 probably before leaving is like, hey, one more thing, Solus. I gotta get to my friend's house. Do you know where Rhea's mom lives?
I do not know of a Rhea or her mother. Do you know her last name by chance?
That's a great question. I feel like I should know her last name. But I don't. I just remember the last I knew of Rhea's mom's house, is we were like running through this thing, and then Mealy had this weird like hallucination that her sister was there, and then we went up to the house, but then the house wasn't real apparently, and then Mealy wanted to go back and wanted to chase her sister, and her sister was under a cliff, but Mealy actually was in a fountain, and she fell in the fountain, and then Mealy said she was falling off a cliff. That's what I remember of Rhea's mom's house, but I don't know where that is.
Okay. Give me a moment. And you see as their eyes flash white as they try to find this person, Rhea, and their eyes blink open again. I think I can show you where they are. I didn't get a clear view, but I think... Okay, just follow me. It takes a bit, but you eventually find the route that you were on with Annie, Trip, and Mealy to go follow Fern and Rhea. Yeah, you eventually find the house, and Solus just kind of bids his goodbye and says he'll be in touch.
Thank you, Solus!
Before kind of course. He turns and heads back towards the temple to finish whatever day's duties he has. At this point, you went to Sentry's Rest a little bit later, so it's probably about 10 or 11 in the morning. You guys are all awake now. Rhea's mom is back. You guys awoke. She is making coffee and breakfast for you all.
Fern probably woke up early and went down to probably help make breakfast.
Okay, yeah. You awoke to the smell of coffee and went downstairs and met Rhea's mom. Older drow woman in her years. Though she still looks to be in her mid to late 50s. But yeah, you go down. She introduces him. I'm Thelina. And
Nice.
You are which of her friends?
I am Fern. Nice to meet you. I hope you don't mind that I made the pie.
I don't. It was delicious. Thank you.
Thank you. May I help with breakfast?
Of course. Would you like coffee first?
Never really had it, but sure.
Okay. Do you prefer bitter or sweet?
Sweet, please.
She goes and heads and basically makes you an iced latte for this kind of breezy spring morning. It tastes freaking great. She even added some caramel syrup to it.
Yes. Fern's just in heaven. He's just this is really amazing.
Thank you. It's no big deal though. How did you sleep? I know there's a lot going on.
Okay, kind of restless, but nothing new.
Well, I think I'll wait for the others to awake to inform everyone what the Assyrian Council talked with me about.
Yeah, I assume it's not good considering it's about, Anyway, breakfast. I'll help.
Yeah. And eventually all of you trickle downstairs one by one. There is breakfast made, coffee, and shortly after, you hear a knock on the door.
47.
No,
just opens the door. Hi guys, I'm here.
Oh god.
Hi. I made it. I'm home.
47, you're supposed to knock.
But it's Rhea's house.
Yeah, but you haven't been here, actually.
I've never been here, but Solus helped me find it.
Well,
Hi,
it's
Mom.
rude to just...
I'm... Okay. This is how we're starting this morning.
Don't mind 47. They're getting used to the world.
So Rhea said, and they're a baby.
Yes.
I come down with the hat and I say, 47, guess what?
What?
Put this on.
Okay.
I give you a little hat. Okay.
You put on the hat.
Now, think about looking like me.
This is my thinking face.
Okay.
And then 47's doing something weird with their face.
Yeah, you see their eyes are kind of just flickering different colors. And in an instant, the shimmer of Rhea, though being almost 7 foot tall Rhea, appears in front of you. And 47, as you, after that, you put down your hands and they look like Rhea's.
You made me human? Elf? What?
Okay, I am a drow. But
I don't know.
Okay. 47, do you know my last name?
No.
Okay.
That was really
So I'm a
random.
drow. Just thinking, how much do you know about me?
Is your last name Drow?
Sure. So, listen. Now you can disguise yourself with this hat.
Oh, cool. So it'll work perfect with my other disguise.
Yes. Absolutely. Though I would say maybe there shouldn't be 2 of us, but wow, I look great 7 feet tall.
47 thinks really hard. And turns into the ire.
Oh, can you not? Jesus.
Boo!
Mealy just kind of flinches and then just nods in appreciation to breakfast.
But no, think of how useful this could be.
It honestly could, though.
It could also get you into terrible trouble if
Well,
you disguise yourself as that woman.
I wasn't gonna
Yes.
disguise myself like the ire. I'm just saying, if we were ever
You
trying
just did.
to well in front of my family, you know, I'm just saying. But think of how useful that no one knows who the ire is, but we've seen the ire, and now we can make her look like me. Wait, the ire look like me. Wait, me look like the ire. I was actually legitimately struggling with that.
Well, it is nice to meet you. I'm Thelina, Raya's mom, which, I mean, I suppose you could call me mom if you'd like.
Okay, thanks, Mom. Thelina, Mom. Thelina, Mom.
Thank you.
Okay,
Is it-
that also works.
Thank you for breakfast.
Of
I don't
course.
suppose you know the name Rasha Operia?
Yes, I do. That was the woman that your father was in a affair with.
Right. That's what I was told too. The woman that we met said I should speak with, my father about her or something. It's early.
I would speak to your father about that, though he's not here in Sorry, he's back home in Waysharis.
I just didn't know if you had a way.
I have no magical capabilities, unfortunately.
There's a shot. And she just goes back to eating.
Well, I should at least inform you of what the Sarian Council has discussed. They, as of right now, do not know where the Ire is or what her plans are, though she has made many attacks against the well-established cities of Adarran, which some of you may know. The attack on Diacre, the attack on Waysharis, and then there was also attack here about 3 months ago.
Are you okay?
Everyone is okay. We had posted guard, many more guard than she would have been used to. So her minions, goons, whatever you'd like to call them, many of them had died. But there was also some destruction here. But as of right now, they are just trying to find where she is located. And they hope that your group will not try and engage unless absolutely necessary.
Annie elbows Fern.
I didn't want to fight them in the first place. I was dragged into this. Anyway, did they know where they're currently located?
No. Last they had heard was past the gorge.
No, not the gorge.
Wait, what's the gorge?
It's a giant pit with monsters and spiders.
It's the
and...
Aendale Gorge. It's the pass between the western side of Adaran to the eastern side through the Issel mountain range. It's protected by the Aendale garrison, though there has been many attacks towards the garrison as well, and more creatures have been allowed to survive because of those attacks as the garrison dwindles in numbers.
Wait.
I can turn into a giant spider if that helps anything.
Please
mean,
don't.
you might be able to persuade the other giant spiders that live in the gorge to not attack your friends, I suppose.
Wait. Mom? So...
She just takes a second. Yeah?
So, as far as 47 knows, Mom is a title, that you give to someone you respect. So, because they don't have a mom. So, Mom, can we, talk to her? Can we tell her things?
My mom?
Yeah.
I mean, she knows pretty much everything. So yeah.
Okay. So, I talked to Alara last night, and she told me that she's sending help, and it would be someone that we would meet in the gorge. I think we might have to go to the gorge.
Well, I would maybe try to get more information about exactly where the Ire is located. And then, if she is past the gorge, I will try to muster up as much as I can. Healing, potions, anything I can for you guys if you truly wish to go and fight her.
Wait, but Neely knows the name of them, so wouldn't it be easy to, locate them based off that?
You would have to have very high magic and also be able to... From what I know of the Ire, she is both a criminal and has very well-versed skills in enchantment magic.
Yeah, I know about that too. It's not good.
So, someone with that high of ability in that school of magic would be very hard to A, track down, and B, fool. So, you might have to either directly hear it from the Ire, or get the information from one of her goons that I'm not even sure. But
I know that you can locate people with a piece of the person could Mealy's from her. Would that work? I don't know how magic works, but I know we kind of did the thing with Mealy's sister, but that
there is a spell that you can do to perhaps try and locate her, but I do not have the means to do such magic. So if you have any high, powerful magic friends, I would ask them.
What kind of magic?
It's a divination magic.
I might be able to find their goons in the different, more rundown part of town. Hopefully I can try to find them and make things easy on us. It's not going to be easy, though.
I have a really bad idea. How much longer do people get here for Trip?
Say, I was kind of surprised about that.
Well,
Did you
Can you
send him
ask
a
him?
message and find out?
Yeah. And she'll say, in her head, kind of, Armiel, how much longer until you get here?
You get an immediate response. I'm about a mile outside the city now. I will be
Oh.
at the temple there by high noon.
We'll be here around noon. He's a mile out.
today?
Yes.
Oh, that old man's got some speed. Okay.
And with those stairs. Ugh.
They don't
You
walk
also
down the
remember. You also remember he had access to some teleportation magic.
I mean, anybody that had to go up those stairs at some point has got some sort of energy.
I think we should talk to him about that. He's pretty powerful, right? And maybe I don't want to say this in front of my mom. Never mind.
It
What
wouldn't
did you
hurt
not
your
want to say in
mom.
front of me?
I didn't say that. Rhea just stopped
Okay.
at maybe. Rhea stopped at maybe and then is silently messaging everyone saying, I'm not going to say anything else because my mom's here.
I was
So-
about to say.
I think her mom would be able to tell that she's messaging people, but
Oh yeah.
definitely.
So, did we still want to try to find the goons, or
We should probably
Wait.
head to the temple first. We could bring Trip back today.
yes, please?
Do it.
But- If we're going to try to find the goons, that may lead to another possible casualty, depending on how, intense things get. So,
You want to find them first?
I would say let's not go into any dangerous situation first because your armor's not ready yet, and we should probably bring Trip back first so our group can be all together again. Maybe even Maylee's sister. So let's focus on that first, and then we can figure out the higher stuff after.
so
Well,
I want you guys to take Trip and Millie's sister and get them revived while I go find the goons. I'd rather not
No.
put you guys in danger.
You're
Fern,
the one who always gets stabbed.
you're the one who gets stabbed. You're gonna get yourself killed, and then we're gonna.
I know how to maneuver
I-
through that.
Would highly recommend you not do that alone. If you are my dearest friends, I care for you. So please don't.
Yes, but I'd rather not put your dear Rhea at risk
Fern,
again.
She has abilities that she can deal with.
Fern, do you remember when you stepped in front of all of us and went to go fight the witch before us, and then got frozen for the entire battle?
That was because I was being reckless, but now that I know Trip can be revived today, within the hour, I'd rather go and knock this out while you guys stay safe and get Trip revived
Resurrect.
than
But
Yeah.
imagine
this.
we bring
Fern.
Trip back, and then you die.
Yeah, no,
Fern.
we're not doing that.
Then
Can-
we have the
Why would
people
you die
to
when we're not here
revive
to be able to
me.
pray to
No,
restore you?
because you have.
I'll go with Fern.
Resurrection magic is not always absolute. You may want to say your final goodbyes then,
Okay,
not risk your lives.
fine.
And
Whatever.
then after you resurrect your friend, you can go and find goons.
Thanks, Mom.
It'll be the same either way, but
No, in one situation you die, and in the other situation no one dies.
or we all die.
Well, then we're all holding hands together in kumbaya. So
Can Annie sneak a rope around Fern as like a leash kind of a deal?
Make a sleight of hand check.
dude, I was checking to see if I had hold person. I literally was. I was like,
Oh wait, I do.
I mean, I do have one person as well, but
You guys can also do suggestion too.
I can also just.
I was also just gonna put his ass to sleep.
I don't have suggested anymore.
I could also
I don't
just
have that.
hold person.
Yeah, that's true. You
With
can
no
hold the person
magic
physically.
old person.
Just get 47 to like carry him all the way.
My sleight of hand was an 18.
And before you, as you're conversating, Fern, you feel a tight rope wrap around you, and
Oh, no,
before you,
thing. Dang it.
no, this is after this has happened.
Okay.
As it tightens, and Annie has now basically pulled a leash kid move on you.
Fern is going to counter and sneak one of his daggers out and sneakily cut the rope.
Make a sleight of hand check.
By the way, while they're doing this, 47, I'm gonna give you the belt of
Hello?
Frost Giant Strength.
Hello?
Ooh, shiny. What is it? Do?
Ooh, that was a 14. God dang it.
Yeah,
It's
Annie,
very
you see
obvious
as he
he's
pulls
doing
out a dagger and is trying to cut the rope.
I slap it out of his hand.
Fern pulls out another dagger. I'm going anywhere. Untie me.
No, you're coming with us.
I didn't say I was leaving. Jeez, it was a suggestion.
A very strong suggestion that you were willing to die for, so no.
I'm always willing to die. Oh well.
Times to do things.
Believe it or not, Mom, we have this conversation a lot.
I'm not surprised.
I think each one of us has run off and almost gotten ourselves killed at this point.
What is this belt?
It's the belt of Frost Giant Strength. It brings up your strength to, I believe, a 23. So, where are you guys headed?
The temple.
To
You
the temple.
head to the temple, which almost all of you now have been to, besides Fern. So, you arrive at the temple. You await about 10 minutes before you see Arnmir come into the doors. And you see with him what would be in real life an Indian-looking man, dark skin, large nose, long hair that's kind of put back. Mealy and 47, you recognize this as Padak, one of Neve's assistant artificers. And they walk in and they smile and nod as they approach. Hello, I am Arnmir, High Guardian of the Peregrine Sanctum. And this is Padak, one of our apprentice artificers at the Sanctum. But we are not here for introductions or fanciness. We are here to bring back your friends.
47 gives Arnmir a hug.
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again.
It's been so long.
It has. It's been nearly a year.
Yeah.
I'll hope we can catch up after this and see exactly where you guys are. But Solus, we've been discussing, and has procured a room for us to use this ritual, or do the ritual in. So if you will follow me, I will send us. And he kind of walks further into the temple and brings you guys to a small but clean and well-decorated room. The floor is plain, but there seems to be a circle there that you can use and mark runes with and put different components down to cast ritual spells. I believe you have 2 friends that need resurrection, correct?
Correct.
Which one is further gone?
We're not.
I think the sister would be further gone. Because we'd pose her.
Okay, if you would lay her gently in the center of the circle, we can begin.
Fern gets her and puts her in the circle.
Do you unwrap her?
Yeah.
Okay. You unwrap Ameria, and Arnmir kind of begins. What is going on?
Covering Neely's eyes.
Oh,
Her sister's
Okay.
dead body.
okay. Arnmir actually grabs Mealy's hand and kind of just Mealy, if you would repeat the chant with me, it makes the pact a little bit stronger.
Absolutely. 47, you don't have to worry about covering my eyes. Thank you, though.
And he begins chanting with this ritual, Mealy following suit. The runes that light up every chant get brighter and brighter, and you see them swell until the energy coalesces above Amiria's body and goes into her. Arnmir breathes as the chanting stops, and you can see breath back into Amiria's body. And she opens her eyes for the first time since whatever had happened with the hag and the ire.
Goddess. She sighs really.
She slowly sits up with the help of Arnmir. And Arnmir, you can see as he helps sit her up, casts a healing spell and heals her back to full health. She just stumbles on her words before she quickly wraps her arms around you and just whispers in your ear, I'm sorry.
It's alright. She just lightly pats her. It's okay. I'm really glad you're okay. Please stand back, though. We've got one more. You don't want to see
okay.
this.
Okay, I will go wait in the hall then.
Alright, see you in a moment.
And she gets up and turns and kind of she lingers for a moment, but then walks out of the room as to not watch this next pit. Do you lay down Trip's body in the center of the circle? Okay. You do so, seeing your friend in a state that you don't ever want to see a friend or someone you care deeply for. And Arnmir and Mealy begin the chant again. Magic coalescing once more. It twists and turns in the ball above Trip. And the magic seeps into Trip's body. And waits. And breathes. Then you hear a sigh. And he looks up towards Mealy and cups her face. I'm sorry. Some souls aren't willing to come back to their bodies. And he turns to the rest of you. Very sorry.
She hits her knees and she just starts sobbing uncontrollably.
Ern is just standing there and he's staring, and then he just quickly leaves the room. He cannot be in it anymore.
"47's right by Mealy. Sitting.
Annie's just kind of a little shell shocked, just standing there.
Rhea follows Fern out of the room.
Arnmir looks up to those who have stayed. I can ask a few questions of your friend if you'd like. Perhaps get last words from him.
Should we get Fern back?"
We probably should.
Annie goes after Rhea and Fern
Okay.
to go grab them.
Fern and Rhea, where did you head off to?
He was just like storming off, like he just cannot physically just take it at that point because this is the second person that he's loved could not revive. So he's just like probably enraged, and his vision just is like tunneled vision of just go, like cannot be here.
You make yourself hastily outside of the temple, and you kind of stop yourself in the garden, and emotions overwhelm you. This is a different type of rage, not one of anger, but one of mourning and grief and sorrow. Don't hear the footsteps approach, but what does Rhea do as you see Fern kind of hands on his knees?
Yeah. Stands next to him to kind of make her presence known a little bit. Just reaches out a hand to ask if it's okay, like silently ask if it's okay if she touches him. He's okay with that.
Don't touch me.
Then I'm just gonna stand next to him, and just so he knows that someone's there for him.
He's going to kind of just, as he has his hand on his knees, he's just kind of like gonna fall into a squat and just like kind of just cover his face as he, feels all of these emotions and just kind of just is with himself at this point.
A few moments pass before you hear another set of quiet footsteps approach Annie. You see as Fern is kind of just facing away from you in a squatted position. It's kind of just standing there silently.
She walks up slowly and stands beside him.
Fern, uh, do you want to go say anything to Trip?
Why? He won't say anything back anymore.
It might still get to him though.
Sure, whatever. He didn't want to come back. It's fine.
So, you guys silently walk back into the temple, back into that room. And Arnmir, as seeing you guys approach, I am going to cast a spell that will allow you to ask 5 questions of your friend Trip. He'll respond in his voice, but know that his soul is being taken care of by Delil, being guided towards his afterlife. So, if each of you have a question you would like to ask of your friend, now is the time to do so.
Fern's gonna stare at the body and just kind of clear his throat because emotions. It's like trying to like sound like he hasn't been crying. He's like, why don't you want to come back?
You see as Arnir casts the spell, a light purple energy surges towards Trip, his body, and it brings a temporary life force so that you could speak with him. And you see this energy swells into an almost ghost-like figure of Trip as he kind of just hovers above the body. And as you ask that question, you hear in Trip's voice, I've lost a lot. I have family waiting for me on the other side. And I know this might be painful, but my heart knows we'll meet again. always be the one I loved with all my heart.
We're just gonna kind of stop at that, and he's like, "Yeah, but not. You don't love me enough to stay."
The spirit lingers, awaiting a second question.
47 looks at Arnmir. Can we give questions away, or do they have to be from different people?
You can each. It just has to be 5 questions, but I figured the 5 of you would each have a question for him.
No, I want Fern to have my question.
God dang it! I'm gonna cry. I mean, I am, but wasn't ready for a second question.
Better get ready for a third.
I know, like all of them. You don't think I've lost people too? Selfish.
I know you have. And sorry, but I think my wife is waiting for me on the other side. And as much as I love you, I'd like to be with her because I left a long time ago without saying goodbye.
Always knew you liked her more. That's why I didn't confess what I did.
Does anybody have a third question?
I'm. I hope your soul is traveling well to the other side. Are there any last requests that you have you didn't get to ask?
If you yourself to Whitbell across the mountain, if you find a woman named Copper, can you send her my regards and make sure she's taken care of?
Absolutely.
Does anybody have a fourth question?
Annie looks at Trip's body and goes up close enough, trying to kind of like just be between the two of them. And he's just like,
Hey, Trip. I'm really sorry that that this happened. Do you forgive me?
Voice peeks out. You. I don't blame you. There is nothing to forgive. But forgive me for not returning. Don't be too trapped in the past that you ain't have a future. And does anybody have a fifth and final question for Trip?
Melee's still sobbing. Just looks at Fern. Is there anything else you want to ask him?
I said my piece.
Oh. Do I ask?
I guess I can take it if you don't have anything.
I just want him to cross safely. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Any advice or guidance you want to give to us, or final words you want to say?
I'll keep it short, but I want to say thank you for showing me that there is some good in the world. People who care and who do what's right and good, even if they have a darkness in them. I love you all. Please take care of Fern. And with that, the purple specter dissipates. And I think that's where we are going to end tonight's session. And pick up next week.
I wasn't actually expecting to cry. I love it.
Thank you all for joining us on another emotional and chaotic episode of Call the Dawn. And may the dice guide you to beautiful friendships. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves.